Have you ever wondered why time seems to speed up when you're having fun? Or why those last few minutes of a boring meeting feel like they'll never end? It's a peculiar quirk of human experience. Our perception of time isn't as reliable as we might think. It stretches and contracts like an elastic band. Sometimes it races by in a blur. Other times it drags on endlessly. So what's going on in our heads when time seems to fly or crawl? Let's dive into the fascinating world of time perception. Believe it or not, your brain has its own timekeeping system. It's a complex network of neural processes. Scientists call this our internal clock, or time perception system. Several brain regions are involved in this timekeeping. The basal ganglia, for instance, play a crucial role. The cerebellum is involved too, especially for shorter time intervals, and the insular cortex helps us be aware of time passing. But perhaps most important is a region called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. This little powerhouse keeps track of our circadian rhythms. Our internal clock isn't perfect though. It can be influenced by all sorts of factors. Our emotions, our level of attention, even the temperature around us can affect how we perceive time. We've all heard the saying, time flies when you're having fun. When we're engaged in enjoyable activities, our brain processes time differently. We're so absorbed in what we're doing that we pay less attention to the passing of time. Think about watching a gripping movie. Before you know it, 2 hours have passed in what feels like no time at all. On the flip side, when we're bored or doing something unpleasant, time seems to slow to a crawl. In these situations, we're hyper-aware of time passing. This is why waiting rooms and traffic jams can feel like they last forever. While fun times seem to fly by in the moment, we often have richer memories of them later. So in hindsight, fun times can actually feel longer. Attention and emotion. Time's best friends. Attention plays a crucial role in our perception of time. When we're paying close attention to something, time often seems to slow down. This is why athletes often report that time seems to slow during crucial moments in a game. On the other hand, when our attention is divided or we're distracted, time seems to speed up. Emotions also have a powerful effect on our time perception. Strong emotions, whether positive or negative, can distort our sense of time. When we're anxious or afraid, time often seems to slow down. Positive emotions can affect time perception too. When we're excited or happy, time can seem to speed up. The saying "time flies when you're having fun" isn't just a saying, it's backed by science. Age and routine. The great time warpers. Have you ever noticed how time seemed to move more slowly when you were a child? Summers felt endless, and waiting for your birthday seemed to take forever. As we get older though, time seems to speed up. This isn't just your imagination, it's a well-documented phenomenon. One theory is that as we age, we experience fewer firsts. When we're young, everything is new and exciting. Our brain pays more attention to these novel experiences, making time feel slower. Another factor is the way we perceive time relative to our age. For a 5-year-old, a year is 20% of their entire life. For a 50-year-old, it's only 2%. Routine also plays a role in our perception of time. Hacking your time perception. Now that we understand a bit more about how our brain perceives time, can we use this knowledge to our advantage? Absolutely. First, try to introduce novelty into your life. New experiences make time feel slower and more memorable. Even small changes like trying a new recipe or taking a different route to work can help. Second, practice mindfulness. By paying more attention to the present moment, you can slow down your perception of time. Instead of letting them fly by, savor them. Notice the details. Engage all your senses. Finally, be aware of how you're spending your time. By understanding the quirks of our brain's time perception, we can make the most of the time we have.